Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and finding out Anna, Brock, and Michelle.
or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or how about this episode in honor of our trip to New York? Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter. How you doing?
How you doing?
You know, black love is black love.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, I think a few episodes ago, you know, they got their rumors, but lots of folks got rumors in the street, right, honey?
Yeah.
They've been together for over, I think it's about 15, 20 years. Good, bad, and ugly. You know, a lot of folks are a little, what is it called, polarized when it comes to Wendy Williams. So it's either team Wendy Williams or they can't stand her, right? Because the idea is that she can dish it but can't take it. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, like, you know, you got to be like Teflon. And I think that's why I admire Wendy sometimes, because she be like Teflon. Like, all this is going on. She got the audacity to sit in that purple chair and talk about other people like ain't no shit going on in her life.
Yep.
And ignore it. So that's a skill. And I would say Queen Beyonce do it pretty well, too.
Yep.
You have to be Teflon. That might be my motto for 2018. Be Teflon.
Well, what about
Nothing
the rest of
sits.
2017?
2017, I'm just trying to pray my way through.
Oh.
I'm just staying prayed up, having my chakras up, my stones, and my sage ready. Because 2017 was no ho. It's still no ho. And it ain't done.
Nope.
I'm trying to close out this chapter, but 2018, my motto was going to be Teflon. What do you think about Kevin and Wendy?
They all about their business.
Come
they
on.
make that money together.
Come on.
A couple that makes that money together stays together.
Yeah, and some of you can't be mad about that, because that's again what I'm talking about, Teflon. Because even if you think about, not even on their marital drama, right? But even that stuff they had, like with Charlamagne the God, like Wendy, she went on all these shows, and they was like, "So what do you think about Charlamagne and his success?" She said,
like,
"Who?" I said, "Damn." And that's only her response she get.
Yeah.
And what Charlamagne say?
You just give her raw touch respect, like, you know.
What else he gonna do?
Right.
Because if it wasn't for her, it wouldn't be no him. So what else you gonna do but put respect on her name and keep it moving?
Mm-hmm.
But I would, Wendy eventually gonna let us know what done went down. I'm sure once this talk show over, I think she renewed to like 2020 or something like that.
Right.
After 2020. So about 2021, 2022, we'll expect a book. And I want all the juicy details, honey. I know it is. I want all of the details. But she kill it and she do it. Anyway, who is you?
I'm Nero.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 65.
It's 65. Happy Friday, y'all.
Happy motherfucking Friday.
Yes, another week in the books.
I felt like we just said happy Friday like 2 days ago.
Didn't it feel like we did? So now what are we, 7 Fridays away? No, I'm just joking.
Well, while
we
y'all,
almost there?
Yeah, while we trying to figure out how many Fridays left until the year, be sure to leave it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 star rating and review.
Absolutely.
On Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher.
Mm-hmm.
And follow us on all forms of social media. We got that Twitter, we got that Instagram, and we got that Facebook, y'all.
Yes, we do.
At Black Love Matters. Remember, that's Black and okay.
Mm-hmm.
What you got?
Actually, I don't have much of a check-in except our trip to New York. And it might be best for Niram to say it. Because all Nyambi did was practice obedience and self-meditation and focus. That's all I did on this New York trip. That's all I was able to do. Niram? That's all I got. I seen the train and I ate and...
We didn't get to see Wendy Williams, y'all.
What did we not do?
We didn't go see Wendy Williams.
Oh.
It's actually a bust.
It was a huge ass bust. And the old Nyambi would have laid into that ass. But the new and improved Nyambi just sat in quiet meditation and prayer and looked and smiled the whole time.
So this trip was like a series of like a misfortunate events.
Unfortunate.
Yes, misfortunate.
What?
Misfortunate.
Miss and I don't think they're the same. Go ahead, finish though, Nero.
So it's a series of miss and or unfortunate.
It's unfortunate events, not misfortunate events.
Misfortunate and
Two different.
And or unfortunate events. I ain't got time to look it up
It's
right
unfortunate events.
First to start with getting on the train. So we was literally like one.
We'll start with the positive part.
Okay.
First, it started when we left to go to New York. We had a hotel room outside of the city. Mm-hmm. I got family members who work for different hotel chains, so we got a great deal. So the hotel was what? $50 from bucks. So that's nothing, right? Mm-hmm. It's in walking distance of the train and metro. So it was about a 30-40 minute ride into the city. Like, it was good. The hotel was clean. I'm very funny about hotel rooms. It was clean. It was nice. On the way there, we got some desserts. The only thing I knew was a little bad before we left is I came straight off work and I fell asleep. And I knew it was something wrong when I fell asleep at 5, 6 o'clock and woke up at 7. Like, oh, we still got to drive 2 hours.
Nyambi was asleep like a baby.
I had to sleep so hard. I woke up and took a shower. Like I was getting ready for bed. I said, let me take me a shower and wake up. So it started off good. Mm-hmm. And then, you know me, I'm always looking for something to eat because we ate before we left. But, you know, I like a little nightcap. Whenever I stay at a hotel, I treat it like I'm on vacation, even if I'm an hour away. So I found this cute little spot, got me some bread pudding. Niram got him a pecan pie. Like, you know, it's starting off good, right, Niram?
Yeah, it did. It went good. And then, you know, Nyambi was also sick.
Yes, I'm still sick. Can y'all hear it?
So y'all can probably hear it in her voice. So I'm trying to force her to drink some NyQuil.
Yep.
So we wake up the next day.
First of all, I wake up at 4 in the morning.
Well, Nyambi wakes up for 4 in the morning.
I was on the speaker. I'm sorry.
You didn't blow snot all
That's
in
how
the
you know
listeners' ears.
You know I'm too comfortable. That's how you know I'm really like I'm at the kitchen table. I'm sorry.
God damn.
I'm sorry. Come on.
So the hotel room was nice.
It was nice.
The bed though.
The bed was rough.
And the pillows.
Well, you spoiled. We're spoiled by pillows. We was just talking about Tania with this. Like we are spoiled with pillows.
Yeah. Well, I started everybody on the bandwagon because your boy got like $125 pillow.
Yes.
From Sleep Number.
And I was anti it. When Niram told me he was getting this pillow, I said, nigga, what? Who spends $100-something on the damn pillow? You know me, I'll spend about $30. $40 is kind of Nyambi's. You know, to get you a little memory foam pillow. This nigga went to Sleep Number and got a specially made pillow. But guess what? 6 months later, guess what Nyambi got? One, too.
Nah, she wanted to get one, too.
Come on.
So I done had this pillow since 2010, y'all.
Yeah.
This pillow is the bomb.
Yes,
it got like this, what you call that shit? Down cover.
Yeah.
And then the inside, it got like this dense foam. So as you lay your head on it, you get a little softness. And then boom, you get a little memory foam firmness. Because the thing is, I always felt like memory foam pillows isn't enough for me. And down pillows,
it's too light.
It's not enough for me. So I created my own.
You got a hybrid. So it's like a memory foam down pillow. It's amazing, though, and it's worth every damn penny. I was just talking to Nia about that. What you invest in is a good pillow and a good toothbrush and some good soap, okay? You got to have an electric. If you do not have an electric toothbrush, go throw out that old raggedy toothbrush now because you're not brushing your teeth, okay? Your teeth is dirty. So get you an electric toothbrush. At these bot stores, they be having them on sale for $20, $30, $40. Invest in yourself. And also what me and Nia was talking about is some good soap. Go get you some Dr. Bonners. Dilute it, though. Don't put it on there raw. It would take all the oil from your skin. Believe us, get you some Dr. Bonner's peppermint soap. You put them 3 things in your rotation, you'll be new money. Your sleep routine is new money. Go ahead, Nira. I'm sorry.
Okay, so
that was like a commercial.
Yes, it was. We ain't getting paid for none of this shit now.
It's kitchen table talk.
We just sponsoring all these motherfuckers.
We just giving opinions. Come on, Nira.
All right, so Nyambi said she was up at 4 a.m. I really didn't sleep that well either. Like the hotel room was nice, but it's something about like sleeping in hotel beds that I just can't get quite comfortable. And then like, you know,
because we old.
Yeah, exactly. And then since I have like this special pillow that I'm paid $150 for, the hotel pillows just don't get it for me. Yeah. So like I done got 3 on stack. So you know, initially when you stack them all up high, they high as hell.
Yep.
And then by the end of the night, they all flat.
Yep.
So I didn't get no good sleep. Nyambi said she didn't get no good sleep because she felt like, you know, she got this post nasal drainage.
Yeah, so it was scratching my throat and shit. Like it woke me up like somebody was choking me.
Mm-hmm.
You ever had some cold feel like somebody choking you can't breathe? Hell, I was scared to go back to sleep. I said, let me stay up.
Yeah.
Stay up in prayer with the Lord.
So the alarm goes off and I'm moving a little slow.
A little?
Well, first it started off like this.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know about this whole vegan curious lifestyle, but some things be moving. And sometimes your body just be moving in those stomach parts quite regularly and quite frequently. And at this particular morning, it moved. Mm-hmm. And it moved me.
Yeah.
And I was just there. Yep. And I just couldn't stop. So, you know, after I get done doing everything, get in the shower, we go through all the other, you know, daily routines, things of that sort. And then we look up and then we kind of pushing it like, all right, shit, we got to get to this. And
mind you, I told him I done did everything. I done did things Nyambi don't do.
Like?
I done got up. I done packed all the stuff up. I done bought the tickets online. I done figured out what time the train leave. I done see where we need to go. I done have all the addresses in there. That's usually Niram's job. So Nyambi's job is to get us there, like to make reservations. Niram's job is to get us there. I knew it was bad when I already bought our train tickets before you. That's when I should have just went back to sleep.
Oh, my God. So we get down there, we huffing it. We see, all right, we got about 20 minutes to, not even that, like 15 minutes to get to the train
And it's
station.
a 10-minute walk, so allegedly.
Yeah. So we huffing it. We get there. We don't see no train. And as we get to the platform, we notice that the train we need to be on is on the platform.
Shit.
And then it's on the other side.
You gotta go over the bridge.
You gotta go up a flight of stairs.
Mind you, I'm cute.
I'm
cute because it's
Windy Williams. And you gotta run down another flight of stairs. So both of us in our Sunday's best.
Cute.
Trying to stay fly for Wendy Williams so we can get there.
Overdressed.
We running. I get to the door of the fucking train.
And it kisses you. Goodbye.
And it just goes boom.
So at this point, what were you thinking in your head?
Fuck.
What look did I give you?
I don't even remember. I tried not to even look at you.
Mm-hmm. Why you trying not to look at me?
Because I was already know, like, damn, this is fucked.
Mm-hmm. And then what did I say?
So during this whole trip, Naomi, well, we can just go home. Let's just go home. I'm tired.
It's still early. We can, I can make it home before rush hour. I can get another nap in, and then I can go to the movies tonight.
But y'all don't know, like, that's Naomi's go-to. Like, whenever something don't go her way.
It's time to go home. The Lord is speaking.
She was like, let's just go home. I'm like, no, Naomi, we can discuss the next train. Like,
because I do that because the Lord whispers before he yells.
Okay.
And the thing is, I don't like to get on the Lord's bad side. So how about, you don't want me to go, Lord? Okay, I head home.
So we wait for the next train, and during this whole thing, I'm over here trying to figure out, like, maybe I should
40
just
minutes.
go get some food. Like, because Naomi's like, I'm hungry.
I'm
like,
starving.
Naomi, like, there's some places I can go walk there
because we were supposed to get to New York early enough to get a bagel before the show. Because I didn't want to be too bloated because I got a tight dress on. Okay, come on. Come on, Nero.
So Naomi looking at me, she cussing me out low key because I'm
like,
I'm about to go.
I didn't say one swear word.
And Naomi's like, well, just time it out now.
Nope, I said it nicely. I said, yes, I am.
Time it out now.
I did this. I said, oh, you found somewhere to eat, Nero? We'll have the conversation right now.
Time it out now.
Nope. I said, oh, so you found somewhere to eat, Nero?
I said, yeah, it's like an 8-minute walk.
Okay, so it's going to take how long to get there?
8 minutes.
And then how long to get back?
8 minutes.
And how long do you think we need for them to make the food?
8 minutes.
So I'll add that all together. Seems like more minutes than we have till the train comes.
24 minutes.
Okay. What time does the train come?
In 33 minutes.
Don't know if that's the best idea right now. I was like, so do you think I had to treat you like my car attendant? So do you think that's the best idea?
I thought it was a good idea.
No, it's not.
You know, I'm over here looking on Uber Eats. I'm looking on like somebody got to deliver me something. Nope. I think that's what held it. That's the reason why we didn't. So we get on the train. We go to Grand Central. Both of us starving. We just split up. We don't even say nothing to each other. Naomi's like, we'll just meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
I get my food. Naomi get her food. We eat. And then I'm like, all right, I'm just going to catch an Uber to the place because
Uber shouldn't even exist in Manhattan.
Because the trains, the train was going to take longer, and like looking at Uber, it was like, all right, we'll get there in a decent time.
Yeah.
Uber come. The trip is going good for like the first 5 minutes. And then it was just traffic everywhere.
Yep.
To the point where Naomi heard like the church bells, like, is it noon?
Yep.
Like, yes. And at that point, that's when my stomach sunk. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
So we get close enough, and I'm looking at the Uber, and it's like, all right, the app said we're going to make it here in like 15 minutes. But the thing is, we only had to go like a block and a half.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to tell this Uber driver, like, hey, Bob, let us out. We'll walk.
We'll pay you.
Like, we'll pay you. Just we'll walk because we need to be somewhere. So he's having this conversation, like, yeah, I understand. Yes, I know. It's sorry. Sometimes traffic. I'm like, okay, I understand. Let us out. Let us out.
Naomi is just staying prayerful.
Naomi is just sitting there looking at me stupid.
No, I'm not. I didn't even look at you.
I'm pulling on the door like, let me out.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'll let you out of the corner. Okay, thank you.
No, let me out now.
I'm like, let me out now.
Yeah.
So At first, I was like, all right, let me out. And he's like, okay. And then he don't stop in that. He don't park.
He just still driving. I just shook my head. I said, take me back to Massachusetts.
So I look at Nyambi and she look at me like, nigga. So I'm like,
I didn't know if he was about to abduct us. I didn't know if it was about to be a Lifetime movie or he just understand what the fuck we said.
So I said it again, like, yeah, we'll just walk the rest of the way. Like, let us out right here. And he's like, yeah, okay, oh, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what the fuck you saying. And then I said the same time, like, let us out right now.
Nerum said it like, what's that movie? Let Us Be Free. What movie was that? Let Us Free. Let Us Free. What's that? Amistad. Let Us Be Free.
Let us out of this fucking car. Because we have to be there at like noon.
Yeah.
Or like no later than noon. So
no, 12:15.
Initially, no later than 12:15.
But Nyambi wanted to be there at 11:45.
11:45. So
and then I heard the church bells ring.
That was like noon. So
that was noon.
We get out the car, we walk there because, like I said, it's only like a block and a half. So we get there around like 12:08.
Yep.
All the tickets are gone. So they put us in like these standbys. It's like, are y'all late? It's like, no. The papers say, be here before 12:15.
And then it's like, come first serve.
And it's like, oh, we sorry. We gave out all tickets first time.
By then, I just got a red lip and an afro. I just got a red lip and an afro just looking. Near I'm going to have all the conversations because I'm not talking with anyone.
Naomi's just giving looks to death. If looks
did I look crazy?
Somebody had said something, and I looked at Naomi. If looks could kill, that motherfucker would be on fire.
Look, he said something stupid.
Whoosh.
Like, who the fuck is you talking to?
So there's 3 people ahead of us. One person already got that ticket because, like, she was the last person.
And her friends in the group.
And then, like, her friends didn't get any tickets because he was like, all right, you, not you. Yeah. Here you go. Your friends going to have to wait. So she's like, I'll wait with my friends.
Yeah.
So we behind them. So we're like, all right, we just need 4 tickets.
Yeah.
4 tickets. So we waiting. We talking, we making small talk.
Near was, I wasn't.
Not yet. Naomi giving looks to death. And then
because my friends wouldn't have me out in the cold like that. It was cold as hell. Cold as balls. And I got this little dress on and little jacket. I'm cold as hell.
It was cold.
It was cold as hell.
So the day before we get on Ted, but the day before we both looked at the weather. And I was like, oh,
it's like 70
it's going to be like 68, 70 degrees. And I asked Naomi just to confirm, like, you looked at the weather? She's like, yeah, it's going to be like 70 degrees. So I said, all right, cool. My weather and your weather say the same. We get there, it's like 58. Degrees. It's cold than a motherfucker.
And blend. Going through all this little dress.
So we waiting, and I'm praying to whoever, give me 4 tickets. Let it be 4. Because I don't want to be in this car ride back with Nyambi, quiet, and she looking at me like a judging pug, talking about I told you so.
I told you we should have went home.
Nigga, we should have been home.
I could have been home in my bed. In my bed.
So we waiting. The 2 girls and her friend get the tickets and they go.
And of course, I have no joy for anyone.
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, we get to go. Bye, bitch.
So at this point, they're like, just hang tight. We just got VIP tickets.
And then they told the people behind us to go. Yeah, come on. Do the trickle down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So they, it was like what 4 people behind us or something like that.
Yeah.
So they end up telling them to go, like, if there's a slight chance, we only gonna have 2 more tickets. So you guys go. Y'all can go home. Like maybe you should try Rachel Ray. Rachel Ray.
I would have gotten that Rachel Ray
and
line.
Wendy Williams studios are right next door to each other, and like the lines like kind of overlap. So it's like maybe you should try Rachel Ray.
I should have.
So we waited. One of the guys come talk about Detroit and all this other stuff.
He talking about Detroit. I'm not gonna sit down, nigga. I don't got time to talk about motherfucking Detroit.
Get us some fucking tickets.
Get a ticket. Do your job.
So I'm looking at the lady who got the VIP tickets, and I'm counting. I'm like, all right, she just gave 2. It looked like she got 6 of them in her hand. All right, she didn't gave 3. Yeah, all right, she didn't gave another one. So my math must have been fucked up. I was like, all right, she got 2 left. Like she gotta have 2 left. And then it comes to us like, sorry guys, we have 1 ticket left. Mm-hmm. At this point, I told Naomi just go up in there. I'm not going in there. I said, Naomi, I will walk around New York City. I'll wait for you outside, baby. I know how much you want to go to Wendy Williams. Go. And what you say?
No point in going if the men I love not with me. It's about experiences with people. It ain't about Wendy. It was the experience with you.
So needless to say,
Jerry Springer. I would have been lit.
Needless to say, we didn't go to Wendy Williams.
And if Neil want to listen to Nyambi on how many occasions?
Nyambi wanted to go home. But that's the thing. Like, Nyambi's always go to is like, all right, I'm done. I quit.
I'll go home.
And it's like, no, like, we got to make this happen.
Make what happen?
Like, we got to make this happen. So I feel like it was just a series of unfortunate misfortune.
We was like 60 seconds behind for everything.
A dollar late, a day late.
And a dollar short.
Every time.
For
the train. Like, I literally had my foot on the platform of the train.
I'm not telling you, usually I'm type A, and Neil and Nia can say this. Like, I'm like, it's time to fucking go. Mm-hmm. And I'm good for leaving the motherfucker. Like, it's time. Like, I'm usually very, like, it's time to go. This is it. We're going here next. But I was so laxed. I just sat on the couch. I just sat there and waited on him.
So where we go? We did go to this nice little donut spot.
Oh, okay. I didn't have to go all the way to New York City to get a donut.
I didn't say it again. I said it again. I apologize.
You can apologize. It's fine. And then you ain't talking about that traffic on the way home. Jeez. So by the time we get back to our hotel where we parked, it's 3:00. So that means rush hour. It took us almost 3 hours to get home.
3.5 hours to get home.
Where the night before, it took us, what, an hour and 40?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So we did all that, spent all that money. I'm glad I was with you, but
all that money just to go on a road trip, just to go riding, as my granddad said. Remember back in the old days, you just go riding.
Oh, man.
We might as well went to Vermont or something. Or even if we went to the hotel, at least let me sleep in.
Yeah.
Let me luxuriate in the hotel. Let me luxuriate and eat breakfast in bed. Mm. But Nero may listen. I tried to give him a way out. When we missed that train at 9:44, I was like, let's go back to the hotel. Look, let's go back.
But Dad, you already checked out.
Please, I paid for it.
You didn't get your key in?
I forgot something.
Oh.
I'll be out by noon.
So that's all I got from Wendy. You got anything else?
No, they said they're going to try to reschedule, but I don't even know if I can do that in my heart.
Nyambi said she didn't give up on Wendy Williams.
Yeah, that's just probably not going to happen. What? Is that bad?
I think
but y'all don't understand. It's like the third time and it's not happening.
Yeah.
And I think the Lord is trying to tell me something. It disappointed me a little bit, though.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed. So
yeah, because it's not just the Wendy Williams thing. It's like, I feel like I've been trying to do a lot of little things and shit just keep fucking up. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? But so that was our 24 hours in New York. Mm-hmm. Maybe in a couple weeks we'll look back and laugh at it.
Hopefully.
I didn't see no rats.
Hey, that's a blessing.
Isn't that always a blessing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do we got some pillow talk here?
Yeah, we got some pillow talk.
What's our pillow talk?
We're talking about This Is Us.
Yes. This Is Us was good. I mean, it was another example of Randall trying too hard. So you want to explain why he was trying too hard? Yeah.
Shit, that nigga always trying too hard. Just in life.
It started with his grandma. Racist grandma, right?
Was that this episode?
No, I'm saying that's where the root of him trying too hard came from. Or is it just because he was a white family, honey? I think
it came from him trying too hard just for him being adopted. And trying to find his parents.
Oh, you don't think it got nothing to do with black and white?
I definitely has something to do with black and white, but I think innately.
Really?
Yes. From that situation of him being adopted and him trying to find his parent.
Yeah.
That he's always
right in front of him.
What, white mama?
White mama. My white mama love Randall, honey. That is her baby. You hear me? Yeah, but okay, so Randall took, I almost call her Keisha, Deja, to the event for Kevin.
Yeah.
And it looked like Deja got a crush on Kevin.
Yeah.
And Randall's oblivious. Why you say it like that? Kevin is charismatic, though. Mm-hmm. Kevin is he molds to his environment very easily.
Yeah.
And I think he does a good job of making people feel comfortable. But then at the same time, he have his fuckboy tendencies to be like, you liked me? I never knew. Yeah, Kevin, come on. Come on. Or even just the idea that Randall, he always over the top. But when she was in the bathroom, he was like, okay, I'm going up in there. Mm-hmm. And Kevin was like, don't go up in there.
Don't go up in there, bro.
He said, you crossing the line.
I'm going up in there.
And then he was like, so you going to go in there? And he was like, okay, I watch out here.
And then he's like, man coming in.
Yeah, man coming in.
Oh, and then we found out that good tea about Deja. Her ass was being beat with with a
magazine.
With a magazine like a puppy.
That's how she put it like a puppy.
God damn. Why they do that to that girl?
I mean, I've been hit with worse things in a magazine, but you shouldn't be hit by anything.
Unless
like what type of magazine we talk?
Unless you want it.
What you used to get beat with?
Switches, extension cords.
Switches, you mean off a tree?
Yeah.
Now, I feel like that hurt more than a magazine.
Extension cord. I'm not done yet.
Oh, shit.
Race car track.
Okay.
Cast iron skillet.
Shut up, Nero.
Stainless steel pot.
Shut up.
You know those cooking spoons?
Yeah. Now, that one is the worst. Them spoons, a spoon will fuck you up.
Sure.
A spoon, a wooden spoon or a plastic spoon on a flat side will fuck you up and you ever get whipped so hard like it take the breath out of you?
Yes.
Is it bad?
I'd have been whipped with a Sega Genesis cord, Ethernet cable.
Does getting hit with the magazine hurt that bad? I feel bad. I don't feel like that had as big of an impact on me. I know you was like, oh no, they hit it like a puppy. But I was like, oh, that probably didn't hurt that much. Like, what is it, a Vogue magazine? How thick is it?
Oh my God.
Like a finger hut?
It don't matter, baby. This girl is being abused.
I know that. I know that was the intention. But the impact was like, oh, okay, sis, like, okay.
You were like, oh, I've been with worse.
And my parents love me, I think.
No comment.
What do you mean no comment? That didn't do it. That's I think that's another snippet of when you got white writers. She was whipped with a magazine. Yeah, bitch, join the club.
Like a puppy.
I mean, come on. I think about the magazine like when you sitting on the porch or something and you say something smart and your parent or grandparent just reaching for the closest thing they got and all they got is the grocery secular. They just smack you upside the head with that. Shut the fuck. My grandma used to, she just look for whatever's near. She be tapping around shit. It could be the Bible, honey. Remember that Ricky Smiley thing? What? When he did that joke on the parents talking about I come throw green Bibles through your window. It's okay, this not funny, but I don't know how I got off track. But I don't know. Like for some of the writing with Randall, Beth, and they black family, they need to get some more black writers in there. Can we tweet them? Do they need me on the team?
What would you say?
I mean, not a magazine. I would say a switch or like an extension cord. Like, ain't that classic 80s being whipped type shit?
Yeah.
An extension cord? Yeah, like that type of stuff.
Phone cord. Ooh,
But kids don't got phone cords no more. I don't know what the kids is whipping them with. iPad cords?
You ain't got a weapon unless you got a phone cord.
That's what I'm saying, because it's thin. Maybe an iPhone charger or something like that. But like, I don't know. It's sometimes in the storyline, I be like, we missing something, right? What else went on? So Kevin, what I tell y'all?
Kevin on that shit?
He on that shit. Damn it. I know it got to feeling too good to him. And then he started being a pusher, honey. He was calling all his pushers.
Yeah.
And they was like, no, sir.
Can't get you
not
no
my
more.
license. Not on my license, you won't get any. And then it just ties into that generational curse I was talking about. Because, although his father wasn't on pills, he was on, another type of self-soother.
Mm-hmm. You all right, baby?
Yeah, my throat was a little hoarse.
Okay. This might have to be a short episode.
No, ooh.
So you don't stretch your throat out.
Well, maybe if you say something else.
I am talking, baby. This is your points.
I did. So you ain't watched the episode?
I remember some of it, but it's not that memorable for me. What
about White Daddy got a brother?
Oh, yeah.
Where'd White Brother at? Did he die in the war?
It looked like he didn't die in the war, so he wasn't the only one out there with drinking daddy.
No. Shut up. It's sad, and he got them glasses.
What that got to do with
the
anything?
Glasses,
what glasses got to do with anything?
I don't know. He just gives me a sad soul.
So
we got to figure out how White Brother died.
Or if he died.
Oh, so you think he's still alive somewhere?
Maybe.
Come on.
He might.
Come on, right or wrong.
Hey. Higher near him. Plot twist.
And he's still, that'd be something real good. And maybe the kids don't even know and they come.
What if he a twin?
Shut the hell up. No, I don't think they twins.
Plot twist.
They could be fraternal.
They twins.
And they can look similar. So that's why Milo, because I don't know how long White Daddy can keep being on the show. They only can do so many flashbacks because he's dead. But that could be a way for him to come back just playing his brother.
Yeah.
Come on.
Plot twist.
Plot fucking twist.
Hire me. Hey.
Okay, next. Kevin in beef with Randall. Why Kevin and Randall wouldn't get along when they was kids? Why was Kevin so mean to Randall?
I feel like that's boys in general.
But why weren't they friends? But that's what I'm saying. Kevin is so charismatic, right? And Randall's so sweet. Why they can't come together and be sweet and charismatic together? Like, you think they would be like a sickening duo, like in high school, right?
I feel like they have the brother relationship. Like, I'm just gonna punch you because you here.
Cause you're
Yeah.
No, it's something deeper there.
Okay.
You ain't think so? Cause
No.
like Randall had a book of things not to do to make Kevin mad.
Oh.
That was sad. It was like, don't touch Kevin Game Boy. Don't look at Kevin at this time. Talk about sports. Kevin's favorite team is X, Y, and Z. Like, he had a book that he referred to.
Yeah.
This annoys Kevin. Kevin ain't had no book from Randall.
Well, that goes back to the Randall trying so hard.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, you would have think white brother and black brother super smart, good looking, white brother super athletic, good looking. That should have been a fucking trio sickening for the world. Like, they should have had an amazing high school experience.
You would think that, baby. But you looking backwards.
Okay.
Motherfuckers don't be thinking about that shit. They don't be thinking about smart and sports and combining that shit and having that shit locked down.
Yeah. And becoming
Hell
like
no. They don't be thinking about that shit in high school.
Oh, okay.
No.
But that made me sad. But at the end, even how white Kevin,
White Kevin.
Okay, I gotta stop this. Kevin.
White Kevin.
White Kevin and black Randall. No. How Kevin did start to come around, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I really you could even kind of see the underlying animosity now. Now Randall getting a little bit more buck.
Yeah.
But I want them to come together as brothers, though.
It look like they're together now. Kind of, sort of. Hell,
sort of.
Kevin left out on that fucking play and ran and go get Randall ass because, Randall was having a nervous breakdown.
Yes.
Shit.
But fuck, I hope you come through for your family when they having a nervous breakdown. But I'm talking about the other stuff.
What else do you need? Shit. If you got my back when I most need it,
that's all that matters.
That's the only thing that matters. Fuck that other play, heartwarming shit, goddammit.
All right. So Kate, she acting like she on 16 and pregnant.
Kate acting like a teen mom.
Girl, bye. You was 30 motherfucking 7.
I don't want it. I'm a geriatric pregnancy.
Obese. First of all, Kate. Okay, last episode I had sympathy for you, but listen here, ho. You ain't the first 37-year-old or obese woman to have a baby, okay?
My mama had me when she was 40.
You are not a unique specimen. Believe it or not, you probably fit the model of more American women than not. Over 35 and overweight? Hell, that's all of us. Join the club, bitch.
Oh, my God.
Where's the lie?
So, she over here trying to keep it a secret.
Don't tell a secret.
Don't tell nobody.
And then got an offender bender and broke down all the pieces.
Talking about, oh, shit, the baby.
Being mean to that skinny girl. She is irritating, though.
Oh, shit, the baby. I said, that baby got all that damn cushion.
Girl, come on. Come on. I ain't want to say that. I said, girl, is the baby okay, honey? The baby okay. Sis, it was a fender bender. It wasn't even a fender bender. I don't even think no car was injured. Because I'm like, the skinny white girl, bitch, is you okay?
Right.
She came over like, what's wrong with you?
I'm with child. I'm with child. And I'm just afraid that I hurt the baby with this car accident.
You gonna hurt the baby more with that esteem problem, honey. You need to get that in order. Worrying about all this. And then she went and told her man and told him he can't tell nobody. But then they went to a random restaurant and they broke out. And I don't like musicals. I didn't really like that musical sequence.
Well, shit, he had to play his happy song.
Yeah, I mean, but he had to dance on the tables and shit. I think I would have got up and left.
Hell, I need to figure out what my happy song was.
I would have got up and left if that happened. What you would have did?
Oh, I would just let you do your thing.
Oh, no. I'm saying if you go in a restaurant and this white man break out on song, I'm getting the fuck out before you shoot me.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Like I said, where my rednecks at? Any rednecks in the house?
We're not here.
Time to go.
I just leave $20 on the table and leave. But I don't know. Like I said, I've never been pregnant. Maybe it is something about keeping it. And I understand wanting to keep it to yourself for the first, trimester or so. But
well, you you've had friends who've had babies and pregnant, and some of your friends are a little unique when it comes to their pregnancy.
Not some. All. I ain't had one friend who was just a normal pregnant girl. Ain't none of them. Now you can tell the truth or shame the devil.
They were a little unique.
Yes, everyone's particular, honey.
So,
I'm going, actually, out of all my friends, I'd probably be the least particular.
And, they all woke and shit.
I
so,
might be the one who believe in a glass of wine.
They be like, I don't believe in none of these chemicals. Mm-hmm. Shit you ain't never heard about. I don't believe in that soybean oil. That hurts the baby. Like, what? What article that come from?
And they be having sources. Right. My friends be having sources.
I seen it in a Netflix documentary.
Shut up. No, they don't. No, they don't. But I know what it is to be around women who don't play. Mm-hmm. So that's why I was looking at Kate like, sis, come on. But I hope she can share her joy. Like, she seems happy. Like, I'm assuming she's happy about it. Mm-hmm. Like, why wouldn't you share if you're happy? But like I said, Kevin's going to lose his mind.
Never mind. I was going to say something.
What?
No need to say it.
Would you not share, folks, if we had a baby? I think the stigma is that she's scared to lose the baby. Uh-huh. So I think the stigma is, how do you tell someone you're pregnant and then one day you're not pregnant? So I think it ain't about obesity, the other stuff. It's the fact that what happens if you lose this baby?
My question is, where are they going to put a pregnant suit on her?
What? Yeah.
To give the baby bump with the addition of the obesity.
Yeah, because it do work that way. Sometimes you're trying it,
no, I'm just asking.
It does look different. It depends how she carried the baby.
So I wonder how they're gonna write it in the show.
Because some women, skinny or bigger women, carry baby weight differently. Like some women are strictly belly, and some women is anything but belly, and everything else, right? So they get it in their face, their hands, their ankle, everything, right? So she could. It depends how she gonna carry it. Like I've seen bigger women who's already had a belly, then got a baby, then you be like, oh yeah, you really is pregnant. Like you pregnant. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it look a little different. They might not show the later, but it'd be a difference. I feel like them baby bumps is different than just your regular bumps.
I wonder if they're gonna give her like what's called preeclampsia or gestational diabetes.
Yeah, I'm sure. Because it can't just be easy. It's a show. And also it's realistic. If you're overweight, yeah, you probably gonna get something. You don't gotta be overweight, honey, and you probably gonna get preeclampsia or gestational diabetes.
They put her ass on bed rest, now she can't sing no more.
Oh, I mean, she wasn't the best singer. She shouldn't have put all that into that, honey. But I think that's real. It's gonna be interesting to show that. And I think that's the conversation they're gonna bring forward. So what is it to be overweight and pregnant, right? And navigating that. And then also what is this threats for the real threat of losing the babies. That's where I think the stigma comes from. And I think our society needs to destigmatize stillborns and miscarriages. And, it shouldn't be something we hide behind. If you're pregnant, you should be able to share it. And if you lose a baby, you should feel comfortable to say, I lost a child and be able to mourn that child, right?
And move on with that shit.
Yeah.
Well, not move on, but
but be able to go through the process.
Go get some counseling.
And be able to mourn that. Yeah. And have the same support that you had when you told people you were pregnant, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that's really what it comes down to. I mean, I hope she doesn't lose the baby. I hope she does have this baby. I think it'd be good for her, honey. Her and Toby. Last thing, white daddy's dying. I ain't know he ain't seen his daddy in all them years. No, pause. Rebecca ain't never meet his daddy. She talking about, hey, I'm Rebecca. I'm your son's wife. Ain't Rebecca.
And
sis.
Is that my grandson? Is that my granddaughter?
Rebecca, come to the front of the congregation. Why you marry Milo and never meet his family? That's a red flag, sis. I would say don't marry him. I'm not saying we got to be on good terms, but I need to at least eye to eye see them or be on the phone when you be like, I want you to meet my wife, and they be like, fuck your wife. Fine. Oh. You get a pass. Right? But I need us to actively try it. What?
I need to be on the phone when they be like, fuck your wife.
Then if they say fuck your, like, at least you try it, right? I'm not saying we got to have Sunday dinner together. We can meet at Panera Bread, but at least so we can have, like this, so we can at least see each other before the funeral. Ain't nobody want to meet people at funerals. Talking about there go daddy in the casket.
There goes your granddaddy.
Yeah, like, ain't nobody got time for that shit.
He was a drunk.
Yeah.
And his daddy was a drunk.
And also, I think that speaks to more the father-son. When do you heal that? So he was a bad father to him, right? Mm-hmm. Allegedly. Or through these traditional frameworks, right? Mm-hmm. When do you forgive him? When do you forgive him?
You can't.
Why?
Because that's not...
When do you forgive him so you can be a better man and be a better father? He done raising you. Mm-hmm. Ain't no more raising. The baton has been passed. You do the raising. When do you do it for the dignity and the sanctity of your kid so they can have a grandparent, right? Because it's a lot easier to be a grandparent than a parent, allegedly. Unless you got to come from the hood.
Unless you got Kate White Mama, because that grandmama was harsh as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, but that, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So when do you call a thing for the benefit of the kids? Like, it ain't none of the kids' business that they was a trash ass parent. They don't got nothing to do with the grandkids.
I hear you, Nyambi, and I hear what you're saying, but I'm just saying most families aren't like that. When you don't fuck with somebody, you don't fuck with them, and if that's one of your parents, they just be on the wayside.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a way not to mess with your parents, but not to interfere with their relationship with their grandchildren. Mm-hmm. I think it's still possible.
How do you do that? Show some ways.
I'll meet you at the playground. You treat it like custody.
Oh, like a custody battle?
Yeah.
Child support.
Yeah. It depends how much you trust them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll meet you at the playground.
You don't trust him at all. He a drunk.
But for what reason?
He a drunkard. He a drunkard.
Well, he can't say drunkard because he a drunkard.
Well, exactly. He leave him in the car while his ass is at the damn bar.
You talking about some old shit. I'm just saying, sometimes you have to think, what did we say forgiveness was? It's for you and not the other person. So White Daddy is trapped by this. And also White Kevin is too.
Kevin?
Randall not. Well, Randall have anxiety attacks, honey. Anything else about This Is Us? I don't know if we gave a concise review.
Nope.
Come on, do we got one more pillow talk?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about blow that booger out, baby.
I'm sorry. I'm getting sicker by the moment.
Yes. Your health is deteriorating, so let's go ahead and make this quick.
Yeah, it is. I need to rest.
I was reading this article on Psychology today, and I just wanted to break it up. It was the fact of how to find courage to love again after being hurt.
Boom! I just said this about White Daddy and White Granddaddy.
They talking about romantic love.
Fine. Romantic love, platonic love, symbolic love, whatever the fuck love you talking about. Nyambi just said this shit. Read the title again.
How to find the courage to love again after being hurt.
Boom.
But they're talking about romantic
love. Okay, Nero. Continue.
So, one of the things they're talking about, or they had this good metaphor of love as a battlefield.
Okay.
And like
that was a song.
Oh, how'd it go?
Jordan Sparks did it. My love is a battlefield. That's how it go.
Okay.
Jordan Sparks did have it.
I'm going to need more receipts on that.
Jordan Sparks, y'all back me up. She had a song and she literally on a football field with flames in the background in like a dress.
Okay.
Go ahead. Or was it Bruno Mars? No,
anyways.
That was I Catch a Grenade for you. Same thing.
So I got something in my eye. Can you? So
we are struggling over here since New York touched us.
This whole New York trip, Lord.
I need to sage myself.
So they were talking about how love is a battlefield, and like when the battle was ended, we survived. We got all these bruises and bumps, and then we armor ourselves in the
armor of the Lord. What are we doing?
Not in the armor of the Lord.
What is it?
So we can leave freely again. So like armor could be like just being cold to people, being resentful.
Yes.
Keeping people arms away and things of that sort. Just from like from that pain, so we won't get hurt again.
Yeah.
Have you ever did anything like that?
Yes, this weekend.
Oh. How?
Because I wanted to cuss you out. I wanted to cuss you out so bad.
Why you didn't?
Okay, no, I'm playing. I think when I was younger, I did. Mm-hmm. So I think everyone can speak to having that moment when you have a bad breakup. Like, girl, I'm just done with them. I'm done with niggas. I think it's still when the girls or the men say all the same line. What Chris Brown said, these bitches ain't loyal. Mm-hmm. I'm done with niggas. Or, people like, well, I think I'm going to just look into the opposite sex. Because I think that's just all a defense mechanism so you won't get hurt again. Mm-hmm. And I think when I was younger, I definitely used to do that. So I think I would go to a point where I would call it self-care and just shut myself off. Mm-hmm. But it was because I was scared of being hurt. Or it's the opposite. You go too deep into it. You want nothing but love. And it doesn't matter where that love is coming from, right? Mm-hmm. As long as it's a form of love, as long as it's holding you tight, right? And then you're not being particular or discerning with who you choose, right?
Yeah.
And I think that I've done that before. What about you?
Yeah, most definitely. I've definitely been in some bad breakups as well, where I feel like, I can't go on no longer.
Oh, Jesus.
I can't do it.
I feel like the younger you are, the worse it was, though,
yes.
right?
I can't do it no more. She was my everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I think what's good in a relationship, I think it's okay to mourn a relationship. You just can't take all day with that. Like, I think it's okay to reflect and mourn and miss that love. But the thing is, you can't miss it so much that you miss your next blessing, right?
Yeah.
You got to keep moving.
So the question is, how do you find the courage to move on?
I think through self-love. You have to love yourself enough, and you have to have hope and faith that.
Well, if you don't have the love, what if you don't have that self-love?
Well, that's where you need to begin. You don't even need to be looking for love then. You need to be looking inward then. So if you don't have that love for yourself, then that's probably why the previous relationship didn't work, because I don't know how many times I'm gonna be a broken record. You have to do the work. You have to do your self-care first. You have to love yourself first, or nobody else is going to love you.
I also think it's about being vulnerable.
Yeah.
A lot of people in this day and age.
But you have to love yourself to be vulnerable.
Yes, but also I think in this day and age, being vulnerable is not less necessarily the sexy thing to do.
Oh, yeah, because it comes off as needy.
Yeah, needy or other ways. But I also think being vulnerable in this day and age could be seen as a sign of weakness, even though it's not.
No. What do you mean being vulnerable?
Just opening up. Like, I think when you are going through a relationship and you hurt, one of the things that most people do is put on this facade and become numb.
Yeah, and say everything cool.
And everything's cool. Everything's all right. I ain't love these hoes. These hoes ain't loyal. And all the other stuff that goes along with it. They're basically just lying to themselves.
Ooh, come on.
And doing whatever to numb the pain being hurt, because they was truly hurt with it. And I think one of the things that you need to do is be vulnerable, to be like, yes, I was hurt, and I need to mourn this, or I need to process this. You all right over there?
Yeah, I done dropped this mic.
And you need to process this. Yeah. So that's what I mean about being vulnerable and opening up.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Maybe that's why I didn't pick that up, because that's something I need to work on. But it is something to being vulnerable and being in the feelings and working through the feelings and not going around it. Because I think that's also the only way that you learn what you're supposed to get from that relationship. I think every relationship you're in, you're supposed to learn something from it. And the only way to get the moral of the story is to truly go through all of it. And if you don't go through it, what is it then? If you don't go through every emotion up and down, you're not going to get what you're supposed to get from it, correct?
Yeah, so, it's just something I just wanted to bring it up. I know, we are in the midst of cuffing season and things is going on, but
I think this also happens. So we're talking about clean cutoffs, right?
Yeah. Or just bad breakups in general.
Or I think this happens just in relationships, right? So, and when you're in a relationship with someone, you hurt the other person sometimes. But that don't always mean you break up. And how do you bounce back from that? So this, for example, the Europe trip. Oh, Nyambi would have cussed you out.
I still got to cuss out comments, so
no, you don't. But learning to be aware and work through that as a couple. So when you have a fight, right?
Lies.
How do you move through that type of stuff? I think it's important too.
The cuss out is coming, y'all.
No, it's not. I'm not going to cuss you out. Anything else with that, Nero?
No. I think one of the things is just, allowing yourself to be vulnerable during these situations, so you can open up to parts of yourself that's been closed off during the hurt. Being vulnerable is hard to express because it involves like parts of yourself that you're not necessarily
into that shadow.
Yeah, and not necessarily really to bring out there, but you need that thing. You need that to move on with life.
Because you feel exposed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you feel because you exposed it to them, is that why they left? Yeah. It started bringing out all the insecurities, right? All those skeletons.
Absolutely. So my next thing is, if you hurt and if you're in a bad breakup, you got 72 hours and take your ass to the gym. Go get sexy.
I say you get more than 7. That's Nero and Nia. I say you get at least 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
A long relationship, I give you 2 months. Yeah. You need time to go through all the emotions. Happy, sad, freak 'em dress, and doing them again twice. So I give you a couple months to really go through all the feelings.
Okay.
All right. Book club.
Oh, what we got?
Okay, so we were going to do the Oprah one, but I thought thoughtfully and was like, nah, that's some shit Nero want to read anyway. And we probably going to get it on our kitchen table, right? And also some good topics in there that I think I want to add to, our pillow talk. But what the book club is, y'all, ready?
Oh.
That's my drum roll. Flyy Girl by Omar Tyree. I know. This is a quintessential Black girl magic book. I remember when I got this book, I'm giving Nero my original copy. Nero, it's so old, the page is yellow one, ain't it? This is my original copy. It's so good. I read this book at least 10 times. It's so good. I got different sections of it. Dog-eared to go back and read it. I cannot wait for Nero to discuss this. Look, close them dog-eared page. I don't even know what they was dog-eared about.
I don't know.
But for y'all who don't know, who've been under the rock, Omar Tyree, Flyy Girl is about the coming of age girl of a young brown girl, right? She grew up in like Germantown, Philly, and it takes you all the way from when she was a child to right at the end of college. And ladies, we know all the stuff that happens from fights with friends, learning new friends, gaining new friends, puberty, feeling ourselves too much, boys, mamas, daddies, death, everything, right? And it's freaking amazing. It's one of my favorite books. Like, it's definitely a teen book coming of age, but even as an adult, when I look at some of the pages, I just smile and be like, child. And remember all them years, y'all, they kept threatening to make a movie out of this and they never made a damn movie? Where's all the, can we get Duvernay on this? Issa. No, you know who can make this?
What?
Issa.
Get Issa on the phone.
Issa can do Flyy Girl. She can do a West Coast version of Flyy Girl. She can have that. You know, Ava might make it too picturesque. Like, Issa get to the nitty gritty. Like, Ava DuVernay feels love scenes. Issa films fuck scenes.
Yes.
So it's a lot more fucking than this.
Oh, so some fucking here.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a teenage girl coming of age story. A lot of underage fucking, not knowing where it go, how it go, what it look like.
And it's written by a man.
Yeah, written by Omar Tyree. He got some classes on him. I forgot, what was that guy? I love it. I'm gonna have to go back and do it. But the guy she really liked was like tall, black, and handsome, honey. Woo! It described the first time like she had sex, the first time she had an orgasm and didn't know what orgasm was.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm interested. Now I'm here.
Oh, okay.
You know what I was gonna have them read, y'all. Next time I might do that. So in about a month or two, I was gonna have them read some quintessential Zane. You know what Zane is?
The stuff that be on Skinemax.
Yeah, but sis got books about it. Oh. And the books is on 10 compared to anything they ever showed on Cinemax.
Oh, okay.
So that is your book. What's your thoughts on it, Nero?
I'm excited.
You get to read it. You got a long weekend to start.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Is that 400 pages?
Oh.
426 pages.
It's big font.
Oh.
You said it's 400 pages? Is it that long?
Yes, it's 436 pages.
It's bigger font.
Okay.
So besides the page number, what else are you excited about?
I'm excited to see what these dog ear pages is about.
Under the dog ear pages.
No, I want to see what Nyambi ass is reading. It's some of them that's like deep dog ear. So I wonder if those are sex scenes.
I don't have the dog ear sex scenes.
Yeah,
okay.
we don't need to have sex.
Is it?
With her mouth full of turkey and cheese on wheat bread.
Nero, come on, for real.
Look at Tracy and smile. She cannot believe her ears after how eager Tracy had been to explore sex in junior high school.
Come on, Nero. Any other thoughts?
Yes, Tracy feared having sex with Carl after her conversation with Carmen. At the same time, she was curious if he would leave her once they did anything.
He will.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, why don't you bring some of the questions she posed in the books and we can answer it for her?
Oh. What questions she asked?
Everything. Everything a teenage girl you can think of. All right, so near Friday, next Friday, we look forward to your first update.
Okay.
All right. Oh, shit. All right.
Okay.
All right.
So we got Shout Out Friday.
Shout Out Friday.
Yeah. So we got one 5-star review on Apple Podcasts.
Hey, one is better than none.
Yeah. And it says, not just because Niram loves a 5. LOL.
Oh, you love that 5.
You know I love that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars.
Yeah.
And this is from Epiphany H. One of the best podcast showcases out there. You both had me laughing out loud, literally, and thinking about topics discussed long after the episode have ended. Thank you for filling the gap in an area that was much needed. I started listening around episode 40ish and look forward to look forward to going back and listening to the previous episodes recorded that I missed. Keep up the awesome work. Much love from Atlanta.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We got some emails. What you gonna have to read them, baby?
Oh, oh wait, you wait right till I get in this nose. You know, I'm all nasally. The first email from Brianna, and the subject said, "What is normal?" She says, "Hey, mom and dad, it's me again. Hey, girl. I'm not going to kill you guys with another lengthy email. LOL. I wanted to talk about a prior subject that was mentioned, therapy. It says, what is normal? Clarificate textbook definition, conforming to a standard. But to whose standards? I've always had this conversation with people about a number of different things. The episode about therapy is what made me think about this once more. I myself, a firm believer in therapy, and I don't know if it is because I have been touched by white hands, but growing up in my multicultural home, the doctor and the therapy was not real. Come on. My parents are from the 60s, one from Louisiana and the other from Trinidad, and they'll look at you crazy. They look at you crazy if you do two things that they're not accustomed to do. Anyway, I myself was engaged, like I mentioned before, and he and I began therapy after he proposed via my idea because his ass never heard of it either. Damn. We went for a year because he proposed during my last year of undergrad. The plan was to wait until after we both graduated. And through that therapy, in the between time, I knew he was not the one for me. I, of course, continued therapy on and off over the time, even currently. Some of my closest friends who are married after college go separately and together. Other friends go, and it is something we believe to be normal. But within our community, it just seems bizarre. I don't know what that is, and it kills me because it would do us so much good. I'm not sure if it's because there is a negative or sickly notion attached to therapy, but I feel it needs to be normalized in the Black community and talked about. Can we get another episode? I know. I promise no more lengthy email. Clearly, I'm a liar. LOL. P.S. I also haven't had Joy. Don't let Nerum get to you. She hasn't had Joy since 92, and that's when she was born. Seems like when I pulled up to the scene, things were already going down. You're not alone, Nerum.
Exactly.
No. But I agree. We need to have a therapy episode.
Yes.
And go deep into it. Because I think there's a lot of stigmatisms attached to it. Well, at first, I think it goes back to just the Black community having distrust in the medical profession.
Yes.
So that goes back to...
syphilis trial.
I'm talking about the slavery. Oh. So this goes back to white doctors probing Black women for different fertility treatment, or in slavery time when dentists used to experiment on Black males for doing like root canals and shit. Yeah. Like, what book was that? By Medical Apartheid. Who's the author of Medical Apartheid?
I don't know.
That is a good read for y'all. If you don't know about the history of the distrust in people of color communities in medicine, read Medical Apartheid. Last name is Washington. I don't remember the first name. Are you getting it?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
That's another good one. And also The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. Oh, it's Harriet Washington. Right?
Yeah.
Yep. Harriet A. Washington, Medical Apartheid. So get that book, read it. It will go back to slavery, before slavery. So I think this stuff has been ingrained. And then you talk about more recently with Henrietta Lacks, with the HeLa cells. Like, I think it's just an ingrained distrust in the medical community, especially from that generations of the 40s, 50s, and 60s, where you go to the doctor and you end up leaving sicker than when you came before. Right? Mm-hmm. And I think that still can happen today. But the difference is we've been touched by white hands, and we not your Negro, and we know what questions to ask and where to go. We're just more educated in that sense. And also there's Black doctors. My therapist is Black. You don't know. I try to get all my doctors Black.
My therapist is Black. My Lambo too.
So, that is a good episode, sis. And we are going to, no, this is our daughter, baby. And we are going to flesh that out a little bit more. But I think it definitely comes to, it's been generations of distrust within our community when it comes to the medical profession.
Gotcha.
And you do better by just going to grandma and drinking some castor oil or some tea tree oil. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. Going back to them.
I don't recommend drinking tea tree oil.
Well, you know what I mean? Castor oil. You know what I'm saying? Going back to our roots and doing more of the, homeopathic. Yeah. And I'm not against homeopathic medicine, but sometimes you need penicillin.
Exactly. Well, I'll read the next email so I give you no time to blow your nose, baby.
Ooh. I was trying to get it out.
I know you're trying to get it out, baby. So we got another email, and the subject is to be in love. It says, "Hey, kinfolk, As always, I love the podcast. I'll admit I haven't had a ton of dating experience. I don't know if I've even ever been in love. How do you know?
Hey, how will I know?
How do you know?
Uh-huh.
Is it really one of those you'll just know when it happens situations? Is it intimate, or can it develop over time? When did y'all know you two were in love? Thank you. Your brother's cuz.
Oh, damn. You want to go near him?
Sure, I thought you was going to go. When did I know I loved Nyambi?
I think we told this story in one of the earlier episodes, too.
We did. It was so long ago.
Yeah.
That was the first time I told you I loved you. But when did I
why
know
are you
I was
changing your
loved?
voice?
Because, I got to get in my old school player.
Come on.
I ran that game. I opened that door for her. I courted her. No, I think it's a mixture of both. Like, I think it can be like a situation where people are like, oh yeah, like I love her or I love him, but I also think it can develop over time. I think for me and Nayabi, when it came for me, I think it was, when we went on that one vacation and I looked at you and I was like, you know what, and we just had such a great time. And I was like, you know what, this is perfect. This is going to be, she the one.
Oh, thanks, Neil.
You the one. And I was like, yeah, I love her.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I think it was just as simple as that. But I also think it grew over time because, like I said, we was friends first and, move on and grew on from there. So like I said, it can be either way, how I personally feel, I've heard from other friends is like, I met her one day and I said hi to her and we had a conversation about television and I knew that was going to be my wife. And I was like, oh. Word? Just a conversation on TV?
Scandal.
Y'all love for scandals. What got y'all there?
Hey, do what works for you.
All right. What about you?
I would think that's kind of when I first figured out I really loved you. But I think I always go back to that picnic that we had. Mm-hmm. It was something, I don't know, you were just so sincere and genuine that I knew it was it. That was it. Me. Nero. He touched one of my napkins and he's losing his mind.
What the hell is going on here? You gonna read this next episode or this next email?
No, you go ahead.
Okay, we got an email from our homegirl Candace, and it says new podcast and poor influences. Hey Nero and Nyambi, what up though, girl? The response to the Miss Kid email had me laughing out loud while I was walking these kids around the lake. Thank you so much for giving me my morning therapy and keeping me sane in this insane world. I'm sending this screenshot of a podcast I listened to yesterday because I thought you two might like it, especially Nyambi and her education background. Let's see what else. I was talking to one of the moms at soccer practice, and she was telling me that she can't get her 2-year-old to stop twerking and looking back at it whenever music come on.
Too.
Yes, too. Whenever music come on, since she spent the weekend with her father and her sisters. While I laughed hysterically, and I was also sympathetic as my daughter picks up little things here and there from other kids.
Yep, it surely does.
And I checked that immediately.
You got to.
We got into a discussion on some family members being poor influences on your kids.
Yeah.
As you two are talking about starting a family and in your future, what are your take on this? Will you limit your child exposure to certain relatives or friends, or will you just use what they see and learn as opportunities for teaching a better way? Mm-hmm. I have friends and relatives that my children can't spend extended periods
I was just going to say
time with unless I'm present.
There it goes.
And I recently forced myself to sit through a birthday party just to make sure my daughter wasn't over there dancing grown.
Come on.
As I have already witnessed her friends doing it at my house and checked it.
Come on.
Lord.
Yes.
These kids are so fucking grown these days.
Drinking all that
I
hormones
was
in the
not
milk.
popping my ass at the ages 2 to 12. Now 13.
On beat.
Now 13 though.
Come on. That's a different story.
That's a different story.
That's right. We better go to high school.
Just kidding. Anxious for laughter. I know I will experience when you respond. Thank you for so much. So much for this beautiful podcast. Can't wait to be able to submit my own Black love story. Your sister Candace. Peace, love, and pro-Black everything.
Yes. I mean, I think she answered the question on the head for me. I think it's important for your kids to be exposed to it, right? But I'm with Candace. They can't be there alone, honey. I got to watch it. So as soon as they step out, I got to step in, right? Because I believe if you hold your kids back from experiencing things, then when they go off and finally free, be it in college, then they got to come to Nyambi, then I got to step in and raise them. Mm-hmm. Like, don't you remember the kids in high school and undergrad who parents shelter their ass? Yeah. Who ain't never been nowhere, seen nothing different. And they be the main one losing their damn minds at the parties or when ain't nobody around. Like, it's so important for you to give your child a little bit of freedom. And I'm saying that as a higher ed professional. I don't got no kids, but what y'all do, y'all drop them kids off with me when they turn 18. And I see the ones who lose their motherfucking mind, okay?
Remember so Naomi was an RA in school.
Yeah.
And one of her roommates, as she was an RA, was doing coke. Cocaina. That white girl.
Oh, my God.
Whatever happened to her? She probably a lawyer somewhere.
She probably, trophy wife. Doing coke.
But she was talking about how sheltered she was.
She was so sheltered. Like Mormon sheltered.
Yeah.
And I remember her mom and dad came in. I was like, we're so happy she's here with you, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you can get her out to go out and do stuff. I said,
what?
Look, Kelsey be gone every night.
Right.
Honey, I just go out on the weekend. Kelsey out on a Monday. Me and my other roommate be like, we going to bed, honey. Right. We got a test. She was living the wild life, honey.
She was doing that. She was doing everything.
And she looked
She was popping Molly before Molly was
She
even
was
cool.
popping Molly before Future told him to pop it. Cause I didn't know what it was. She was like, "Y'all look here." I said, "Child," and I'm telling my other white roommate, I said, "Don't eat nothing she gives you." Cause you know when you in the dorm, you like share food,
right?
And she's like, "Oh, you guys want some?" I said, "Don't you eat shit she got. She been poisoned you. You don't know what's in there."
She was doing everything.
She was on what was that? Mike Epps, Molly, Percocet, Henny, Clorox. Like
she was on.
She on everything.
Everything.
Yes, and these were sheltered kids.
Mm-hmm. So that's one of the things. Like, you can't shelter your kid too much because you have shit like this.
Yeah. So I think it's good, especially younger, is to let them go out there so they can. Because the thing is, you want them to test these boundaries younger, right? Mm-hmm. So when they get older, they already know the deal.
Right.
The idea is that you almost want your kid. I don't want to. Fear is not the word, but you want them to try these things when they're younger. To say, "Damn, if my mama or daddy or my guardian, whoever loved me, reacted this way, and they love me." What is niggas in the street gonna do who don't love me?
Exactly.
Like, that's the question you want to ask yourself. I know when I be about to do something, like, if my mama loved me, and that's the reaction she had, right? Mm-hmm. I'm from her womb, and she went off on me like this. What's somebody else gonna do? Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because if you don't get their ass together, keep them in chat, somebody in the street gonna show them.
Hey.
Somebody in the street gonna raise them.
Turn their ass the fuck out.
Come on. And that's for all types of behavior. So we ain't even talking about just the fast life behavior, right? Mm-hmm. So we talking about the drugs, the twerk, and maybe promiscuous behavior, you know. And there's nothing wrong with being in the streets like that. You just have to be safe. I'm also talking to those folks with those slick ass mouths. It's a lot of folks' mouths who get them into a lot of ass whoopings.
Like
and hey, I ain't lost a fight. It's a lot of people's mouths who write checks that they ass can't cash. And that's because a lot of times they parents ain't never nipped that in the book, right? Mm-hmm. So if that's what I always think, when people in the street and they talk crazy to you, this ain't the first time they talk crazy. Mm-mm. They've been talking crazy their whole life. They've been talking crazy to their parents, their family, and nobody ever check that ass. And so I think it's important for you to go around them to set up some norms for them, to build some schemas, and also for them to see what the world is. So as they get, so we're talking about younger and twerking, and, you know, getting older. But as these kids get older, real shit gonna happen. Yeah. And it's better for them to see that than be the ones experiencing it.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
And I also just think about that. Like, I even think about some of the bad influences that I had in my life. So like my older cousins, my older cousins from down south. So if it wasn't for them, you know, I started drinking when I was 15. Yeah. So, but
damn.
Yeah.
Come on, Milo, white daddy.
Hey. But, you know, I wasn't no drunk in that, but, like, you know, it was them experiences. I started smoking weed when I was 13. Like,
I had a dream and I could never smoke.
Oh.
I'll tell you about that dream later.
But it was with those experiences, like with my cousins and things of that sort, I was like, you know what, this shit ain't for me.
No, because cousins is the best birth control. Cousins is the best AA, all of that. Because I even think of me, I have older cousins. I'd be like, fuck, that's the life you chose.
Right.
And mind you, they had parents that were more well off than mine. Like parents who and I love my parents. My parents be like, hey, you got to survive, honey, right?
Right.
Their parents will step in a minute, right? To save the day. And they just threw it away.
Yeah.
Or now that we're to the point where my older cousins, although they're still older than me, but we're more at equally, playing around at age, just to have conversations with them, be like, you was on some stupid shit.
Yeah.
And I even talking to my younger cousins to be like, I see what other folks did. And be like, I'm not doing it. So I do think that's important. You don't want your child to be the example. So I'm right with you. But the younger they are, supervise it.
Also, being in a couple police raids while you in middle school will make your ass scared straight as well.
Okay. I ain't saying all that.
Well, I'm just saying.
I ain't saying
sometimes you gotta. Hey, sometimes you gotta be a witness.
I'm just saying, being on the block in the summer after hours, when the lights dim, you learn a lot of shit on the block.
You sure will.
In the summertime, in them August nights, won't you?
You wonder, you'll find out why that crackhead in the back
what
doing what she do.
Stop. But anyway, I'm with you. With you, sis. You got to expose them a little bit because you want to protect them.
All right. So we got another email.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I think we got it from Seagram, don't we?
No, I didn't mess this all up.
Yeah, you do a Seagram. Go to the bottom.
No, I think we got one before that too. Oh, here you go. We got an email from Key.
I think we read that last week.
No, we didn't.
Okay, cool.
Horoscopes?
Okay, well, come on then.
She said, hey, y'all, I'm catching up on your podcast. I'm currently on episode 42. Love this podcast. I'm telling my friends and family about this podcast all the time, and I'm constantly referring to it. I'll be in my car co-signing your opinions while laughing at comedic aspects and the dynamic of your love relationship. I was wondering if you were going to get some hood horoscopes, or are we still waiting for Uncle Junebug?
Oh, Lord. Could you imagine?
I'm a Pisces, by the way. Just throwing that out there.
That water energy. Love to keep shit going. Love to stir the pot. Love to keep the water flowing. Just in flow. That's what the Pisces say. I'm just in flow.
Well, now, Yambi, you said you was going to do some hood horoscopes.
Maybe towards the end of the year, we'll do like a horoscope for like the new year or something like that for each of the signs. Or my perspective on it, I should say.
Well, she a Pisces.
I already know, in the flow. Stirring shit up, really.
She's stirring shit up.
Pisces always be like, I'm just in the flow and I'm just in the energy of it. No, you're stirring shit up. Mm-hmm. You're an instigator, sis. No, I like Pisces, though.
As words of Uncle Junebug, Pisces, y'all niggas fishy. Y'all niggas always up to some scheming. Y'all some scheming ass niggas. That is some shit he was saying. Y'all niggas is fishy.
He said, you little fishy. I be like, really, Uncle Junebug?
Yeah, baby girl. Them
and then he be like, I got examples. And then he'll name somebody from the block. They was a Pisces.
They a Pisces.
Fishy bitch.
And ain't they fishy? They always up to something. I see them and I see fishy.
No, I think Pisces are very grounded people, like very connected to the earth. But yeah, no, we'll really do something. We'll do something maybe at the close of the year. All
right. And the last email we got from C. Graham, and the subject is skip the bunch, but had to agree. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Nira and Naomi, for bringing up fond childhood, college, and young adult memories and reminders of each episode. Keep doing the dang on thing, striving to pass 100.
Yeah, that's the goal, right?
I, too, can't stand spoken
word.
On.
I told you we should be a movement. It's so hard to say that in the Black community because it's such a cherished art in our community. But and I'm not even saying some people aren't good at it. So I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not for me. Just like certain music ain't for people, it's just not for me.
I, too, can't stand spoken word. How about you commit to your craft?
Come on.
Memorize your ish.
Thank you.
And then, and only then, step yourself up on someone's stage and give it to us.
I told you, I don't like when people be going up to their iPhones and iPads and notebooks and Post-it notes. Sit down.
A true artist will give you 3 to 5 pieces of work right off rip. Yeah. No paper, no iPad or phones needed. Just foolishness. I'm getting back.
She getting her worked up over here. I thought I'd be too.
I'm getting myself worked up over this
As soon as
shit.
I see them kids, and y'all know I was at a college, and you know all the black events, there's always a spoken word, and they want Naomi to judge. I'm like, Jesus, if they only knew.
And
Yeah.
I have always said elementary school smell like sugar and dirt.
I thought it smelled like sugar and shit. They do. The kids is dirty.
Just sugary grime.
Yes.
White, black, and all kids
They
in
is a little
between
dirty.
just smell
Really
sugary grime and grimy sugar.
Dirty. They do.
And add a little shit up in there. I just added that.
Oh, you said you gonna add a little shit. You're like, what's on your hand? Oreos?
That's why I try to avoid going inside schools and quick to drop off kids at the door.
At the door.
Just the germy building. And the chemical smelling cleaners never really get the
It's not enough
germs
Clorox in the
and
world.
grime or sugar off.
There's not enough Clorox or Lysol in the world.
By the way, it was such a joy to my heart to receive an overnight container of Nia's Witch's Brew this week.
Whoa!
What? Time out. Pause.
Now I'm upset.
Uh-oh.
God damn.
Nia. Nigga, I know you're listening.
You say nigga.
I know you're listening because we have conversations about this. Where is our container of fucking Witch's Brew?
Where is Nearum's? We're going to get it when we going to see. We're going to meet up with him in this season.
And personally.
Because Nia a Capricorn. So we're going to meet up for his birthday. And y'all know them Capricorns. Capricorns and Cancer. Let's point out that Nia and Nerum mirror each other. They're complete opposites. They're mirrors of each other.
Nigga.
So I have to deal with both of this foolishness.
And you know Bailey's got a dairy-free version of they drink.
They do now.
So I would like
can
my.
we use that almond
I
milk?
would like my Witch's Brew dairy-free.
I too would like dairy free.
Witch's Brew.
I too.
So nigga, I know you're listening.
I too would like it.
So we can talk about this on when we're going to get our Witch's Brew.
We'll get it when we come down. That Witch's Brew is good.
She said, "Who cares how it comes out? It's so good going in. Miss it, miss it, miss it. Love y'all. Keep laughing. Keep us laughing too."
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a wonderful. Thank y'all for the letters.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for listening to our New Yorker bus trip. Get excited about Nerum's update with Flyy Girl. Like, it's just all around just good stuff, right?
Yeah, it is.
All righty.
You gonna close us out?
Yes. So as always, to submit your Black Love Stories, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit the question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. That's black one okay. And to leave a comment about anything we talked about today, you can do that on our website, SoundCloud, Stitcher, any form of social media at Black Love Matters and okay. And don't forget about that voicemail at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. Remember, love is ever evolving. Peace.
Peace.